Welcome back everyone to The Witcher 3, and in the previous part we were going through some of the contracts and some of the treasure hunts, and completed quite a lot of those. I did complete another secondary quest, which was basically just to go about doing all these missions, so we've done that, and I'm actually going to go now and see Regis finally, and see what he wants. And hopefully get cracking with our story mission, and we'll soon be then done with the game as well. I'm actually quite looking forward to it because I've got a few games to start, and Pokemon Scarlet is well and truly done, and so is Mass Effect and all those. So I'm ready to focus on something different. But anyway, I hope you guys have been keeping alright and having a good weekend, depending on when you're watching this. Oh, I think I've just stumbled across somewhere I haven't been to before. So we're now level 45 as well, so that's great. Oh, this makes no difference. Ooh, steep. Okay. Can we just cut through? Ah! Ooh, sorry. Seems like a lovely area here. How have I not come across this? No markers anywhere either. By the time you're watching this, I'm hoping you will all be able to notice the difference in the quality of the recording as well. Because I've upgraded computer, so it should be processing a lot faster than it used to, which will be fantastic for me. Okay, we've got a marker here, so that's fine. Oh, wait, there's some of those plants there.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's probably that. Okay, so what do we need for those plants? Cursed oil. Need to sell a lot of this stuff actually. Cursed oil. Gosh, my sword needs fixing again. At some point I also need to head over to... Where's this entrance? Kikimora. It's not good.
Monkey more.
I need insectoid oil. Realise that we're gonna have invasion of the spiders. I'm not going to meditate just yet because I know for a fact that they will respawn and I'm going to have to fight them again. Okay. Here we go. Seems we have found the crypt. Doesn't it look homely? I want to be right in there and just have a nap.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. The more cliché can you get?
True.
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
What's happening?
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of
Slap you with
Kovinaris'
it.
theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Okay.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Okay. Well, we don't get a choice anyway.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Oh. Oh. The hand is still moving. That's gross. Oh, you can walk in daylight.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Okay.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Oh, God.
Guess you missed my point, Regis. I was glad to hear it's not the hooch, because I don't want to talk about what I don't want to talk about.
Oh, I understood you far better than you think. Allow me to reveal a secret. My mandrake distillate possesses no particular tongue-loosening powers. Those who drink it and talk simply have burdens they wish to lift off their shoulders. The hooch is but a convenient excuse, a cover that justifies their sudden candidness to themselves.
All right, you first. Any burdens you want to unload? Vampires lead highly interesting lives. Bet you've got some good secrets.
Anything in particular interest you?
Let's focus on me.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd be a witcher. Can you imagine how much more powerful I'd be?
Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
I actually don't remember this mission that well. Oh, there we go. Ravens are back. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go and kill something.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Right, where is the marker here? Gosh, it's all the way over there. So at least we've got the bestiary entry, so we can find out what we need to use to kill it. Oh wow, it's all the way over there. There's no markers around. Interesting. I'm having some flashbacks of things that have either yet to happen, or maybe I missed, I don't know. Come on, Roach.
Run, Roach.
Well, hopefully this will place another marker there, because this is an area I haven't been to yet. Oh, fog. That's never a good sign. Ooh.
Our guests. Never a good omen.
Come on then.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
What's it telling you? Come on.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Right, I just going to check quickly. White. It won't be this. Ooh. I think it is one of these actually. Spotted white, there we go. Necrophage oil.
Pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Assuming I'm gonna have to fight it.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. she was changing into a monster, recorded it in her diary. Poignant, smashed mirror, as if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
So this used to be a person.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
We're basically looking for spoons. Oh,
Spoon key.
key.
Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out.
I think I remember
Somebody
this now.
tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Okay. What's that? Seems to be various things down here.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Oh, I don't like this.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
What? It's a monster. Why would you expect it to be tidy?
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Is that all that we're gonna get?
Table set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Spoon, pretty ordinary, maybe a little old. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
There we go. So, if I remember correctly, we don't actually have to fight it. I can't remember. Oh, find out now. It's like a grave hag. Covered in splinters. Let's try and lift the curse. me
I'm
already.
not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Oh, I think I see what's happening here.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Basically, no one's gonna sit at the table with her or him, and because no one wants to, then the curse is not lifted.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Did it just make a dog sound? Let's. Oh.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Let's eat no using spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
I can't remember if I actually managed to lift the curse before. I'm just imagining what it was tasting like. Oh my god, it's making me heave.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Is he gonna work? But it's working. Ooh, what's happening to him? So, ooh, he doesn't look too good. Oh, he's toxic.
Think it worked.
Toxicity levels.
Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
So I'm taking it there's something down here. Oh, the skeleton key is the key for that door. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, look how many spoons there are here. How do I get out there? Ladle. Oh, well, there seems to be a... Oh no, it's just that, okay. What's happened to it? Oh, it's gone outside. seems the curse is lifted.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
My goodness. Why is she still glowing though? Oh, she died.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Okay. She seems to be fine.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Oh my goodness.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks.
Oh, hello. Right, so I should be able, should have a few things to hang on the walls actually. Something there. Oh, I've got nothing. Okay. Oh, I haven't got trophies. Should have other things though. Painting. Okay. No. Armour. Open rack. Not all that there is. Okay. There it is. Right, I'm just gonna meditate until morning. Report back to Regis, okay. see. Ah. Interesting. Vampire and garlic.
Think your friend's hand'll make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Oh, great.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Okay.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Right, let's do it.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What?
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice.
Oh?
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Yeah, I'd really rather not have to fight him as well. I think I remember this. Oh, there was a cockatrice there, I think. Gosh, this fortress has seen better days.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead.
Someone already lined one around. What's happened?
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
What's a scurver?
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so.
Well, let's just see where we are. That's that fortress. So that's where we were. Trastamara Hunting Cottage. So we do have some waypoints down here as well now. Right, so I'm actually going to bring this part to a close and we'll continue with the story in the next one. This has been quite a long, lengthy part already. And we're about to go and trap Regis in a cage so we can actually then draw some blood from him. So that should be fun. But we'll continue with that in the next one and then see what happens after that. So for now, stay well and safe, everybody. And if you've enjoyed this part, don't forget to hit that like button. And with that, I'll see you next time.